Again, wealth is what you don't see. Welcome to the 13th episode of the Catalyst Mentality. Now let's put it into perspective. Diet and exercise. For clearer understanding, I believe diet and exercise offer a useful analogy. So let's go through it together. Losing weight is notoriously hard, I can tell you, even among those putting in the work of rigorous exercises like I do. In his book, The Body, Bill Bryson explains why. He made a study and he found that people overestimate the number of calories they burn in a workout session by a factor of 4. They also then consume on average about twice as many calories as they are just burned off. The fact is, you can quickly undo a lot of exercises by eating a lot of food, and most of us do it. You see, exercise is like being rich. You think, I did the work, I now deserve to treat myself to a big meal, showing off. Wealth is turning down that treat meal and actually burning net calories. It's hard and it requires self-control, but it creates a gap between what you could do now and what you choose to do that accrues to you over time. The problem for many of us is that it is easy to find rich role models, but it is harder to find wealthy ones because by definition of their successes, it is more hidden. Again, wealth is what you don't see. There are, of course, wealthy people who also spend a lot of money on stuffs, but even in those cases, what we see is their riches and not their wealth. We see the cars that they choose to buy and perhaps the school they choose to send their kids to. We don't see their savings, retirement account, or investment portfolio, or the trust fund they have set up for their kids. We see the homes they bought, not the homes they could have bought if they had stretched themselves thin. The danger here is that I think most people deep down want to be wealthy. They want freedom and flexibility, which is what financial assets not yet spent can give you. But it is so ingrained in us that to have money is to spend money, that we don't get to see the restraint it takes to actually be wealthy. And since we can't see it, it's hard to learn about it. Ladies and gentlemen, the world is filled with people who look modest but are actually wealthy, and people who look rich who live at the razor's edge of insolvency. Keep this in mind when quickly judging others' success and setting your own goals. However, if wealth is what you don't spend, then what good is it? Well, maybe in subsequent episode, I'll convince you further on what wealth is now meant to be used for. I'll see you guys on the other side. Bye-bye.